Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of Assassin 4. Hey, man, I hope y'all got two styrofoam cups filled with that purple because you know what time it is. It's time for that March Madness, baby. Let's get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
After another special season, a lot of matchups, a lot of basketball, a lot of interconference game. We finally had got to the point where you can start betting on some parlays and filling out some bracket challenges so you can get to that paper. So it's only right that the fellas, hey man, it's March Madness, baby. We here. Let's get to it, man. So first of all, I just want to say, Dave, you mentioned it in the chat. First, the conference tournaments alone already set the stage up because there was some a lot of games going on, meaningful games too, because some teams was playing for their lives, and you can tell in those conference tournaments. And now we got the field of 68. As we're recording this, we're down to our final teams that's going to be getting into the field of 64. So without further ado, let me introduce everybody. First of all, what's good, my man D. Dr. Esquire Day.
Hey man, what's up, y'all? Man, I'm just ready to break down some brackets, talk hoops, dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spent the day getting my mind blown. You already know what it is, man.
Of course, of course. I see you see. I see. Hey, look, man, he there in the booth, y'all. Y'all better be ready. And then of course, I got my man C Note. What's good with you, man?
I'm chilling. Just those beautiful words that just brought a smile to my heart. Thank you, Dr. Esquire, for
Yeah,
preaching the words of future.
dress it up and make it real for you, bro. Whatever that fucking means.
See, here we go. I told y'all. I told y'all before we even started. I told y'all niggas, man.
Oh man, I can't even type in my password for this.
See, because they knew. And now, without further ado, we got 910's finest, our boy BT. What's good with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. Whatever that mean, bro. You feel me? But yeah, I'm just chilling, bro.
For everybody that be listening, tuning in, viewing us, and everything, we ain't gonna be going too hard, and then we're really just gonna be breaking down some of these NCAA discussions. We're gonna be discussing this bracket and everything. So shoot, without further ado, hey, we can pull that joint up. Yeah, man. So I know as of we speaking right now. Well, shoot, is Xavier playing Texas at the moment yet? That game started yet, right?
No, it ain't started yet.
Yeah, so I know we got Texas versus Xavier going up. Shoot, just for the fun of it, before we even get into it, who y'all got winning that joint?
I got Texas, man. I got Texas just because they had that big win over Texas A&M. They got a good amount of quad one wins.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and they come from the SEC, battle tested. Every game in the SEC
Hmm.
is has like tournament, like implications.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're battle tested. Xavier, I mean, Xavier's tough. They play. I like the only times I've seen Xavier play like a few games in the Big East. I know like when they played UConn, they played us tough. Um,
Yeah.
I think they're well coached. They're always. I mean, last year they had a very down year. The year before they were a tournament team.
Yeah.
So I just feel like Texas is just more battle tested. I feel like they're more ready to be able to get in to get past the first four to get into the tournament.
Right. Now I think I picked Texas, but I can see if Xavier win this game only because you talk about Texas being battle tested. Sometimes that can be a team's downfall because you just played so many competitive games, and we know the SEC tournament was competitive in itself. And Texas, just the emotional toll it took just to make sure they got into the field of 68. So I feel like this could be a mental game for Texas. But it do got like as you know, Dickie V would say a PTP and Trey Johnson, who's like a top five, top six prospect for this upcoming NBA draft. So kind of want to see how he performs when the lights are bright. Kind of see if he can raise his draft stock. So it would be interesting. But like you said, Dave, Xavier is not a team that you want to sleep on at all. Honestly, I feel like this might have been the toughest matchup for the play-in going into this tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, so I mean, whoever gets out of that game has, uh, I mean, could possibly win the next one against Illinois. Um,
Mm,
yeah. I mean, we'll talk into we'll talk about some of these teams that have been in the first four that could possibly make some deep runs into maybe the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. But um, I think Texas may be one of those teams. I mean, they've been to the elite. Their coach has been to the Elite Eight before. I mean, he's led this Texas team to the Elite
yeah.
Eight before. Probably should have went to the Final Four that year. They lost to Miami. Um,
Mm.
and like this bracket, they get past Illinois, they could possibly face Kentucky, um, and then
Yeah.
if they
So
get past Kentucky, you might be playing Tennessee, you might be playing
so yeah. I
UCLA.
mean, since we brought it up, let's just start there. Let's start in this Midwest, man. So, like you said, the winner of this Texas Xavier game is going to the Midwest region. They're going to have to play Illinois. I'm looking at this bracket right now. We got Houston as the number 1 seed, Tennessee's the 2 seed. Then we got Kentucky as a 3 seed, Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of interesting matchups because I'm looking at Clemson at number 5. I know it was a down year in the ACC, but past couple of years, Clemson has been winning a lot of games with their new coach and everything. They seem like a team that you don't want to be sleeping on as well. But I guess the only question is because the reason John Calipari is coaching for another team was because Kentucky has underperformed in the last few tournaments that they've been a part of. They've been pretty much one and done, getting upset, and they got a matchup against Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Does Pope finally get them a quality win in this March Madness tournament? And is there a path for Kentucky to kind of make it to at least the Elite Eight this year?
I think so. Just because, well, it depends on a few things. Well, it depends on health. Like Lamont Butler has been dealing with an injury. That's the transfer from San Diego
Hmm.
State. He's the
Right.
he's the one that hit that shot in the Final Four against Florida Atlantic. So they're a
Mm-hmm.
team that's very balanced as far as like they have some freshmen, they have upperclassmen. We always know that Kentucky in the past with Calipari has had a bunch of freshmen as
Yeah.
the core players on their team. This time is different with Mark Pope. They brought in a lot of transfers, a lot of guys that have had experience in the tournament, have had experience in big games. So I don't expect this team to lose to Troy. It'll be funny as hell if they lose to Troy. It'll be hilarious if they
But
lose to Troy.
I'll
But
say it's going to be ugly for somebody we know. Kentucky losing the first round again this year.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it'll
That's
be
all I'm
it'll
gonna
be
say.
hilarious. It'll be
That's
hilarious.
all I'm gonna say.
But if Kentucky, I think Kentucky can get to the Elite Eight possibly. Let's say like Kentucky advances and plays like Illinois or something.
Hmm.
I don't think Illinois hasn't really shown me enough during the
They
year.
some bluff.
I know
They some bluffs. They some bluffs.
they,
I ain't gonna hold you.
yeah,
They some bluffs. They
they
some
haven't
bluffs,
shown me
man.
enough. And I know they got that Lithuanian dude, point guard
Bluff.
dude.
Bluff.
Um, he's supposed to be a first round pick, but
Bluff.
he going they I feel like he'll get past them. And then you might possibly play Tennessee in the Sweet 16. And Tennessee is well, they're a strong 2 seed. I don't think they're the strongest 2 seed. That I feel like Kentucky can beat Tennessee. Like on a neutral court, I feel like Kentucky can beat Tennessee.
I don't.
I think
Yeah, I
No,
think
I
it,
don't,
I
bro.
think
I feel like
Kentucky
it
have
go
them.
either way, but like Tennessee's a really good
I
team.
I give it to Tennessee because I mean, first of all, I'm looking at these 2 seeds, and it's just crazy that we got 2 seeds with over like I think Michigan State has the lead. No, St. John has the least amount with 4, but that kind of makes sense. But everybody else has 6, and then we're going to get to the East region. But Alabama is a 2 seed with 8 losses, and Tennessee 7. That just shows you how like the SEC how competitive it was this year, where these are teams that was like slated at number 1 overall during the year, like top 5, top 10 throughout the year. We never seen
Mm-hmm.
teams with 5 losses still be in the top 5. So that just shows you like the quality of competition that's going on in the SEC. So for them to still have a number 2, a couple of number 2 seeds just shows you how strong the SEC was. But
That's what I was
me,
gonna actually touch base
yeah,
on, like with the SEC being so strong. Like honestly, it wouldn't shock me if we get like a 3 seed or even like a 4 seed, like depending on who it may be, to come out of there. Because obviously, like how we talked about before, SEC been beating up on each other like literally all season, and they ranked
mhm.
all over the place. So like it wouldn't shock me anybody coming out of the SEC.
Yeah, my rule of thumb is in Dave. You can salute it, UConn being a Big East. We're in that year when Big East had like a whole bunch of teams in that tournament,
Yeah.
and then it just didn't amount to nothing. It's because when you beat up on each other, and then you're used to a certain style. Because Big East back in the day was like grind out,
Mhm.
guard play, bigs, and everything like that. Then you play a different opponent where it's just like small ball, like different types of zone, press and everything. You're going to get a little shell shock because it's like, oh, we used to playing like a certain style for the last like 2-3 months. So now it's like a different ball game. So I won't be surprised that we see a lot of SEC teams lose early on just because it's like, okay, this is a tournament. Anything can happen. Ain't no tomorrow. So
Mhm.
if you don't come with your best game today, then it is what it is at this point. But
They put in like what 14, 15 teams.
like 14 or something.
Yeah,
Well,
it's they might
yeah, they got 14. Yeah, they got 14
Yeah.
there.
4 or 5 are probably gonna drop off this weekend. 4 or 5.
Not yet, BT.
We
Not yet.
we
No,
go
Not,
we're
not
gonna
we
say
gonna
yet.
that.
get to
Not
We're gonna
yet.
that.
say that.
Not
We're
yet.
gonna
Not
say
yet.
that.
Okay. So looking at this Midwest region, there's two questions I have. The first question I want to have, who is your like surprise team that can like I'm not saying necessarily saying Cinderella, but who's a surprise team looking at this Midwest region that you could be like you can kind of see them making the distance if certain things go their way.
Yeah, Midwest. Man,
Hmm.
yeah, go ahead, BT with it, cause
No, I'm trying to pull it up real quick. I can see it on your screen on the screen, but I can barely see it. So I'm about to go on my phone real quick.
I think that my
Um,
go
I'm
ahead,
not
yeah,
gonna
go ahead,
hold you,
BT.
bro. I'm not gonna hold you. And I'm not just saying it because they're in the ACC, but I think
I was
Clemson might can do something, bro.
Yeah, I I,
I,
I was looking at it. I was like,
I
I
think,
was about to say them, but like
yeah.
for some reason, I paid a little bit of attention to McNeese State. They come from the Southland Conference. Um, I've been paying attention to whether they can possibly upset Clemson. I don't think it can happen. I think Clemson went to the Elite Eight, right, last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I think they can make Houston. If they play Houston in the Sweet 16, that's going to be interesting. Um, but also Houston might lose to Gonzaga in the second
yeah.
round. You
That
know,
was that was that was
Yeah.
my I was
Mhm.
like they had a down year um consider where how Gonzaga usually plays during the years under Mark Few, especially after we saw them have a dominant win over Baylor earlier the year. I thought they finally found some athleticism on this team that kind of compete and kind of shore up some weaknesses that we saw out of Gonzaga over the past few years. But I think they're a team they can't sleep on because Houston is good, but sometimes Houston gets in these like offensive
Mhm.
droughts
That's
that
my biggest
concerns
thing.
me So it's like in theory, Houston's always eligible to be like they can always see themselves being like an Elite Eight or Final Four team, but some those offensive droughts really be killing them sometimes. So I could see them if Gonzaga beats Georgia, I could see them losing, being the first number one seed again drop if they play Gonzaga just because you got good coaching over there. It's first of all both of them got good coaches, but Mark Few,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel
Mhm.
like he has a little bit more experience because he's been having different types of teams. He's been coaching each player. And again, now he has athleticism, so he can implement like probably better defense and they won't get punk on the board. So they won't get punk in transition. So Gonzaga, even though they're a name that I hate saying because of high school, but we're not gonna get to that. But I really feel like Gonzaga could surprise people in this side of bracket.
Hey, another and one thing that people may not be picking unless they like really believe in that school, but something that you might want to watch out for. And this is a game that's coming on early Thursday afternoon. Hey, watch out! Purdue is on upset alert. I
I was
think
about
High
to say
Point might
that.
be able to
Good,
beat Purdue.
good, good.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
them.
what I say. I think High
I,
Point
I,
gonna beat them boys, man.
I think High Point gonna beat Purdue. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so
so
too.
too.
I think I picked that out of spite. Hold on, let me check.
And
Hey
like,
yo,
I sure
Dre,
did.
you've been on their top for like 2 years now, bro.
Bruh, because they got another dude that won player of the year. I'm like, how? What are
wait,
they doing?
who was it? Braden Smith?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Like, son, what are we doing
What in the Big Ten?
in the Big Ten, son?
Oh, what over even McQueen and
All of them.
who else?
All of them. Don't matter. All of them.
Over
All of them.
Richardson, over
All of
anyone from
them.
Michigan State, and even
All of
from
them.
Wisconsin.
All of
Damn,
them. All of them. All of them.
damn,
I
dude.
need the downfall to be televised. Yes, I'm hating. Terp Nation, by the way. Y'all see the hoodie, man. I need to see the I need to see the downfall.
Nah, I feel like that's about to happen. I mean, like the 7-10 matchup, UCLA, Utah State. I got Utah State like beating them like
Yeah, yeah. You
with
UCLA be
ease,
too up and down. And then,
with ease.
when you got a coach out here complaining about a lot of stuff, man, like
Mhm.
it I don't know, man. We'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised if Utah State beat UCLA either. I ain't gonna hold you.
But yeah, y'all think Tennessee y'all think Tennessee gonna come out this region?
It's a strong possibility.
They're my favorites because, just like I said, because of Houston's inefficient on, like they
Mhm.
had, and they picked the worst times not to be able to score. So I understand their record's 30-4 and everything. It's a legit record, but if Houston had an offense, I'd be damn near be like they one of my favorites to win this whole damn thing if they had a consistent offense. I'm gonna be real with you. But they say defense win championships. So if their defense is right and they, hold their opponents to under their averages and everything, hey, they're always going to be in the ball game. So we're just going to have to see. But to me, the favorite to come out of that region will be Tennessee. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I got
Yeah.
I
Tennessee
think so.
knocking off Houston. I didn't have Houston going leaving early. So I actually got them going home in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, me too. I got Tennessee coming out the region.
Yeah, I got the same.
All right.
Yeah.
So shoot, while we got some time, while we were on our colleague T, man, let's look at this West region, man.
The West region.
The West region, which is looking like the best region, because god damn, this shit got everybody in this motherfucker region, man.
Yeah.
Like
It's really a take your pick. They're gonna be beating up on each other.
that's what I'm
This,
like.
hey, this is
Yeah.
so the one thing that for sure it's a surefire that stands out to me. Drake is beating Missouri. Drake
Mm.
is beating Missouri. Drake and
The only win Drake getting this year.
yeah. Hey,
Hey, stop, bro.
BT beat me with the bar, man.
But
No, we gonna go with that one. We gonna go
yo,
with that one.
thought the book was missing. I thought Dave took the book. I really
Nah,
thought Dave
nah,
took the book.
nah.
BT had it. Okay.
Hey, now Corey,
Hey man, we all know that they got bars in the 910. We know that, man. We
Oh
know that for
yeah.
sure.
Hey, you already
That
know,
man
Ain't
bro.
stayed cold. That man stayed
Yup.
cold.
Facts.
but yeah, man, but
yeah,
look,
yeah.
look, 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 y'all. I'm just go through this. You have Florida, who won the SEC tournament as the number one seed. St. John's, who won the Big East tournament and the Big East at the number two seed. Then you have Texas Tech, who has a Dematha guard, Elijah Hawkins. Shout out to Dematha as the number three seed. Then you got my Terps. Shout out to Maryland Terps as the number four seed. You got Memphis, who won their conference as the fifth seed. And then, despite all that, you got Kansas as a seven seed. The
Mm-hmm,
two-time defending champ Dave's UConns as the eighth seed.
Phew.
mm-hmm.
Then you got John Calipari in the Arkansas Razorbacks as the
Yeah.
10th seed. And
And
then
then
like David and BT alluded to, Drake 30-3 is the 11th seed. This
yeah,
this
Man,
this
nobody
bracket
sleep
is
on
and
this
Drake.
then
side of the bracket is
and then
hell.
also we sleep people sleep on the Mountain West a lot, but Colorado State is really good.
Yeah, yo,
Colorado
cause
State is
I
really
thought I
good.
thought we was playing them first. I'm glad Memphis playing them, but Colorado State, Memphis on upset alert.
Yeah,
Memphis
Uh,
is on upset alert.
Colorado State, like there
They
might be a
they got
few.
they got they got a couple of ballers over there on that team that Memphis need to be on upset alert.
Yeah,
Penny Penny,
I
get
think
ready, man.
I think Memphis, Missouri, man. This is like a sleeper type of upset. I think UNC Wilmington might beat Texas Tech.
Ooh,
Hey, look, it's one of those
ooh.
that
Everybody better not sleep on their opponent because of their seedings. Like
because I
you
about to
better.
say like with Maryland, y'all get past Grand Canyon. I don't know how good Grand Canyon. I know they won their first round matchup last year. I don't know how good they are this year.
I
Uh,
don't sleep on anybody that makes it to the tournament because it's one and done. It's all about matchups. And what my only concern about Maryland is because I think we got one of the best starting fives throughout the whole
mhm,
country. It's
mhm.
just we don't have scoring come off the bench. We play good. We have good defense people coming off the bench, but we have lack of scoring. We don't have like that 6 men that can get at least 10 points coming off the bench to kind of like sustain the offensive flow. Like our offense is dependent on our starting five with Rice, Queen, Reese, Galipsy, and Miguel. So like we too starting five dependent, but if those starting five is clicking, then we can be. I damn near say we can play with anybody, in not only in this region but anywhere else in this NCAA bracket. But we just gotta make sure we stay consistent on offense and bring the effort. But yeah, our bench is not. It's lackluster at the moment because we just don't have that scoring punch coming off it.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
But Derek Queen like that,
Nah, that nigga nice,
like that.
son.
Shout,
That
shout out
nigga
to the
nice.
Crab Five. Shout out to the Crab Five, man.
You
Yeah,
already know, son.
that was
You
it.
already know, son.
I about to say like I'd rather lose to Florida than play y'all, man. I say that. Like I don't want to lose to y'all like we did
I
4 years ago.
I about to say, ain't we the last team that beat y'all in the tournament?
Nah. It
Who'd
was
y'all lose
actually
to?
it was actually New Mexico State.
Damn.
It was
Okay.
actually New Mexico State because y'all
Okay.
beat us, man. But that should have been expected when y'all beat us, man. We were led by a crack out. We were led by James Fortnite, man. We had no chance, bro. And then the following year, we were like a 7 seed. We lost to a 10. New Mexico State was a 10. This
Yeah.
dude Teddy Allen just went off on us, and man, that was at the
Mm.
point where I was like, man, Dan Hurley, we might have to, we might have to get you up out of here, yo. Like something's not working. But then he went and won two straight championships. I would say I'm focused on Oklahoma right now. But
Yeah.
if we get past Florida, I'm gator chopping on here. I'm gator chopping on here. If we get past Florida, if we get past Florida, I'm gator chopping on here.
Okay. So I was going to ask you, like, understandably, this is not the season that people kind of expected from UConn. Two-time defending champ, and we know that y'all lost a lot of players over the last couple of seasons to the draft or going overseas or graduating. It's like, because I understand you say if there is a possibility y'all could beat Florida, so I'm not going to take out that random as a possibility. But really, how far, like, what does UConn have to do and make a deep run in this tournament? I'd say like that. What do y'all have to do to make that run?
Yeah, so I say that our team, like we have talent. We have
Hmm.
vets. We have guys that have been there before. Obviously, like with Alex Caravan and Diarra,
Hmm.
Samson, other guys that are starting now and guys that come off the bench. We have guys that have been there before. We have bigs. We have guys that block that can rim protect. We
Yeah.
lead the league in blocks per game. Um, we have the experience, we have the
Hmm.
coaching. The one key ingredient that is missing is guard play. That is the
Hmm.
that is
Mm-hmm.
the key ingredient that is missing.
Ah, shit.
And
It
speaking of
sure
guard
is.
play, speaking of guard play,
That nigga T,
yeah, shout out
bro.
to T. That
Yeah,
is the
what's
one
up,
thing.
bro?
My
What's up,
goat.
T? What's up, T?
The
That
biggest
but
goddamn
Not
plug
the
in
much,
one
bro.
Charlotte.
the one thing that needs to happen, that needs to be exceptional, if UConn wants to even think about getting to the Sweet 16 or even further, the guard play has to be fun, has to be better than
Mm-hmm.
what it's been all season.
Yeah.
Last but not least, like in the previous 2 years, we've been really able to like move the ball on offense and generate a lot of points. And be very complete. We had really good perimeter defense. This year we struggle guarding the 3-point line. We're like in the top 40 when it comes to 3-pointers allowed, like in the country. So yeah, so we haven't been good in that aspect, which is why like we lost to teams like Memphis, like were able to just like shoot crazy against
Yeah.
us. Like we had like some bad losses to like Colorado and Dayton and Seton Hall. So yeah, like that has to be better in order for us because Florida is probably the best team, the best team that's ready for the tournament. Like they're the most
Yeah.
complete team. Like
Yeah. They do. Yeah.
I say them. I guess maybe Auburn. But I think Florida's better than Auburn. So, but yeah, Florida seems like the most complete team. So all the like guard play and defense has to be a lot better for us if we're gonna even make some noise.
To
Okay.
your point, Dave, Florida legit goes too deep at every position.
hmm Yeah, they're extremely deep. They're extremely deep.
Pause.
Paul, yeah,
Oh, yeah, I was about to say
yeah,
that, but you got it.
You letting it go. I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna be that guy.
uh, that was wild. That was wild. But no, they have a lot of a lot of they have some experience. Like they got one of the guys from the Florida Atlantic team that went to the Final Four. He's been a
hmm
big contributor. I know Clayton Jr. I think that he was a Player of the Year candidate in the SEC. Um, yeah, so I mean they I saw them a bit in the SEC tournament. They got different ways they can beat you. They can beat you in the paint. They can beat
Yeah.
you at the 3-point line. They're really good.
Yeah. And so, Tia, since we got you on here, and I'm a fan of ignorance, we got St. John's. That's the number 2 seed in this West region with Ray Pitino as the coach. He was doing the NIL before the NIL was legal. What
Shout
like
out to the
what
boy.
what's your thoughts of St. John's and like how far you think this team can go? Because as you know, there's a lot of transfers that came in, and this is a pretty solid Dick team. So like, what's your thoughts of St. John's and how far you think they can go depending on matchups?
Depending on matchups and best case scenario, I would say Elite Eight, because they're in the same bracket as Florida, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, so I would say Elite Eight. If they play Florida, I think it would be a close game because St. John's, they play with grit, and Rick Pitino is an all-time college basketball coach, one of the few legends we have left in the coaching ranks that's still coaching.
yeah,
Um, but they could also potentially get beat in the second round, especially if he plays John Calipari in Arkansas, because if you know anything about the coaches that we have out there, legends, you know that for a period of time when Patino was at Louisville and Calipari was at Kentucky, that was about as heated of rivalry as you get in college basketball, and those coaches know each other well. And
hmm
Boogie Fland is
hmm
back for Arkansas, so you know, in the tournament, it's about coaching and guard play, and they have the coaching. Like you said, they have pretty good depth. Um, I would say Elite Eight. I think, like you said, Dave, earlier when I jumped in, Florida is probably the most complete team and playing the best at the moment. They legit go too deep at every position. They can play a lot of different styles of basketball, and I would think that Florida would squeak by St. John's in the league matchup. But I feel like it would be competitive. Um, but Rick Pitino's doing a hell of a job there.
yeah.
I don't like his idea of joining the Big East and ACC as a super basketball conference, but we can talk about that a whole nother episode. Because Rick Pitino and even Coach K were talking about like the ACC and Big East like becoming a super conference. Um, just in basketball. But yeah, St. John's, they have a chance to do something in this tournament for sure.
Okay. So 'cause it's crazy because I watch Indy Cast and everything, and to my surprise, he actually had Merlin come out of his bracket. And there is a path because I know it has to be like some teams getting knocked out that we probably don't see and everything. But me personally, if I'm not being biased, this bracket seems like it's between Florida, St. John's, and then like a sleeper team like because of coaching UConn, Kansas, and Arkansas. All because like you still got some legendary coaches still there. They know they've been part of this tournament for a lot of years and everything. I think Kyle Perry he just has to get over that hump because the last few appearances he's been one and done, and now his first test is going against Bill Self in Kansas. So we just gotta have to see how that matchup go. But before we leave this region, like anybody just have a feeling who they might think coming out of this region? Just a quick pick. No, we don't need no exposition.
Florida.
I got Florida, dog.
Okay.
I got Florida when it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
St. John's will be make a run to the Elite Eight. The thing that will be their downfall is that they do not shoot the ball well. They
Mm-hmm.
they're not consistent with shooting the ball well. They play really good defense. They have guys that have gone to the tournament before but have not made deep runs.
Right.
Uh, but they'll Patino will have those guys ready on a defensive end, but offensively they do not shoot the ball well. That'll be the downfall.
Right. All right, cool. So going from the best of the West in this region, we're gonna go to the least of the East. Because in my opinion, this is probably the weakest side of the bracket. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not even I'm not even trying to be a Marylander right now. I'm just being real with you. I'm just being real. I look at this East region and I really don't see no threat to Duke outside Alabama and Cooper Flagg's injury. And that's about it. And that's about it. Because I don't trust
Yeah,
Wisconsin. I don't trust Wisconsin. St. Mary's is always a nice story. I don't know how the fuck Vanderbilt got here, but I guess it's SEC ties. Liberty is a cool story. The matchup of the tournament might be between Mississippi State and Baylor, but outside of that, I guess to me it seems like in this region we're just seeing how many games does Cooper Flag play if he don't play the first game, and how far are we just looking at an eventual if nothing if there's no upsets between them, are we just looking at a potential Duke versus Alabama in the Elite Eight in this
Yeah.
in this bracket?
Dog, I want to puke, dog.
I know. Oh yeah.
yeah. The one I've been picking, Duke and Alabama. It's so weak. Like honestly, yo, this is the one region where I can see 4 double-digit seed teams getting past the first round. I can see Liberty beating Oregon. I can see Akron beating Arizona, VCU beating BYU, and Vanderbilt beating St. Mary's.
I actually got stock in BYU. I see them play a few games. I think they might be like the one threat, like you said, they might lose to VCU, but I think they're the one threat to like an Alabama because they do got some players over there. We know they got a draft prospect over there as well, but
Hmm.
they play with some physicality as well. And the last couple of games I've seen them, they beat the brakes of teams like Baylor and stuff like that. So I will put some stock in BYU, but
Mhm.
do I think are they good enough to beat Alabama? I don't know, but I mean, what y'all thoughts, man? Because I mean, honestly,
Um,
I feel like I already broke down this region for real, for real.
I mean,
Like,
There's really nothing to say. It's the Duke.
yeah,
It's Duke or Duke is Final Four or bust. Like if Duke
yeah,
can't get out of this region, then we're going to have to take a real hard look at John Sharp if you're a Duke fan.
the only thing that I think, and I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. But the only person I think that can give him a run that's not scared of them niggas is Caleb Love in Arizona.
Yeah,
But even
Duke
Arizona
killer.
as a team don't have enough because Duke already beat them earlier this year.
hmm
But I know Caleb Love is not scared of Duke. You know what I'm saying? So if he can have
Yeah,
like
Duke killer.
if he can have like a 30-point game against them fools and make it close, it can make things interesting, bro. Going to the Final
watch out
Four,
for
bro.
Baylor too. Watch out for Baylor. I don't think Baylor's going to beat Duke, but Jeremy Roach is a
That's
former
what I was
Duke
gonna say.
player on Baylor,
Yeah.
and BJ Edcomb's a top 5 pick, but I don't think Baylor has enough.
They don't got enough
that's
talent.
I was gonna say.
This make it tough on them.
I was gonna say if there's anything to watch out of this region, there are some like quality draft picks in this region. Like you got VJ, you got the good BYU. You know, Alabama got a couple prospects on there. Duke got a few prospects. So if there was like a region where it's like if you got a team that you're looking for possible draft prospect, if you got multiple picks, this is the one to watch, in my opinion. Because if there's gonna be some talent in this region.
Yeah, but the NCAA knew what they was doing, bro. They want to see Duke in the Final Four, so they gave them the easiest path to get to the Final Four. We know what y'all doing, niggas. Y'all niggas ain't slick, bro. Y'all ain't slick, man. I get it though. You know, Duke revenue, they bring TV ratings and all that stuff.
They put all their ops in the West region, man.
That's crazy. That's real life.
Yes.
No, because like, I'm not even trying to be funny. It's like I'm looking at it, it's like I literally see holes in all these teams outside Alabama.
And then you know what pissed me off even more, yo? In the Final Four, they won't even see Florida in the Final Four. They see Houston or whoever come out of that region. That pissed me off even worse, bro. I'm like, give them Florida in the Final Four, bro. Like,
I will say, I think if they see, I think Tennessee would give them some comp though.
I think Tennessee give them some comp too.
I think Tennessee would give them some comp though.
Because Tennessee got them guards.
Yeah.
They got them guards over there in Tennessee, and they have.
And the one thing we know about Duke is, and it's funny because that's how they really lost all these 3 games. When the game is tight, and you got to put a Coop, and they give the ball to Cooper Flat down the stretch, he always try to do this little spin move joint in the middle of the paint, and they collapse it and they catch that joint, and then it's like either a turnover or a bad shot. So unless Shire figures another game plan out down the stretch with that, I really feel like a team like Tennessee can beat them if that's who they match up in the Final Four. So, but I think Alabama will be a tough test for them as well. I think Alabama can give them some comp too.
Yeah, my only hope, and I hate to say this, is I can't stand them niggas, bro. I can't stand their coach. I don't got nothing against the player.
I've been waiting for you to say it.
I just don't like their coach, man.
Yeah, oatmeal.
Damn, BT, you lost the book already.
They took it back, bro. I just had to get one
oatmeal
bar.
Is crazy. Yeah. Oatmeal is crazy.
Good, great.
Yeah, fellas, I'm on limited time, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the wheel real quick before I gotta bounce. John Rothstein to Seth Davis.
Yep.
To all you bitch ass niggas.
Yep.
How'd you like that ass whooping last night?
Let's talk about it.
Hey, UNC fans, talk about it. Let me know, man. Let me know.
Let's talk about it though.
Hey yo, how long was it at one point? UNC was up by 40 at one point.
Yep. I'll say this. Not only did we win last night, we're gonna beat Ole Miss on Friday.
I can see it. Yeah.
Because Ole Miss, I mean, UNC is a dangerous team because you have RJ Davis, who was on that Final Four team. You have a couple guys that went to the Sweet 16 last year. And hold up, real quick. I saw a stat earlier. I'm about to pull it up because, everybody wants to talk about these metrics. In the last 30 days, according to this guy, Nick Bracketology, in the last 30 days, UNC's been playing at a top 15 level. It says that San Diego State stood no chance. It doesn't look like Ole Miss is going to fare much better. Iowa State in round 32 should be extremely close. But Iowa State's kind of been, Iowa State's kind of iffy right now.
Their best player is out. Like that, at least their first game, he's out.
So John Rothstein and Seth Davis and Stephen A. Smith and whoever else, what you gonna say when UNC's in the Sweet 16? What y'all gonna say when we're in the Sweet 16?
Hey, look, I go even further. UNC might make it to the Elite Eight because you might play a possible Michigan State. If Michigan
we should have beat them. We should have beat them early in the year.
Yep.
I'm saying.
I think y'all better. I think y'all a better team now than y'all were early in the year. So I think y'all. The only issue y'all have to solve is y'all can't have slow first halves. because that's
Yep.
what killed y'all in those games that y'all lost. Because second half y'all came with it, and then it just y'all didn't have enough time. If y'all had maybe like 2 more minutes at the end of all those games that y'all lost early in the year, y'all would have won them joints. But that first half, y'all dig too deep a hole for y'all to come back in the joint. If y'all did it against Duke in the ACC tournament, but if y'all could like at least stay close in first half and still keep that same energy in the second half, y'all won. Y'all honestly one of the most dangerous team because, like I said, guard play. Y'all got good guard,
Yep.
and so because honestly, only thing y'all have to avoid is teams that got good rebounding. Because we know the interior is not as good still this late in the season, but in NCAA tournament guard play, anything can happen if you're hitting your shots from outside. So
Yeah, but there's a path, like you said, for UNC to make a deep tournament run, and for all that noise and stuff, like, and then somebody talking about Dan Wilkin talking about hope UNC brings their lunch. Man, we took San Diego State's lunch and spat that bullshit right back out, bro. Belt
Hey,
to ass.
And you know what
they
else? You
too.
know what else? The
Go ahead,
last
BT.
time San Diego State had somebody score 80 points on them was like 20 years ago. And
oh,
UNC put
that
up
is
95. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, bro?
this shit.
You know what's funny
Come
about
on,
this whole
man.
situation, man? So everybody was mad about UNC, and then you got niggas like West Virginia that's out here suing the NCAA.
Oh
Meanwhile,
man,
your coach left West Virginia just to coach at Indiana now. So it's like,
nasty work.
hey
Boss
man,
man,
I mean, it was on.
Definitely appreciate that.
It was only right to do some shicey work during St. Patrick's Day. If you know, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, these niggas, they
hey,
knew they didn't want to see UNC in the tournament, bro. You know what I'm
you
saying?
don't, you
But it's all
don't, bro.
good.
Cause look at how this bracket is, bro, and look, and I'll point you guys' attention to something. Okay, Auburn gets to the second round. Let's say they play Louisville. That game is in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yep.
Yep.
Louisville's not that far away.
Yep.
Nope. And Auburn's
Look,
lost there in the last four, so are we really sure that Auburn's going to get out of this bracket?
and then also look at this. Like Yale is like one of the like best Ivy League teams we've seen in a while. They can beat Texas A&M. The same thing with UC
Yep.
San Diego. I
Mhm.
think Michigan could get past UC San Diego, but that's going to be a tough matchup. UNC could it is not far fetched for UNC to make it to the Final Four.
It's not, but I ain't going that
It's
far just
not.
yet.
I'm gonna go that far. We only have this one. We only have this
Hey, no,
one
fuck that.
moment.
Fuck that. We can
We
do
only
it.
have
Now, you know
this,
what? You know what? We're going to the Final Four, bro. I
Yeah.
get what y'all talking
yeah.
Yeah.
about, bro.
I'm just saying, like,
Nah, it's
especially
definitely a path.
it's a
I
path.
Yeah. It's
said
a
the
fact.
elite. I said the Elite Eight for sure. I said the Elite Eight when I seen the bracket. I said UNC going to the Elite Eight for sure. But
Yeah.
Yep.
if Auburn end up losing to one of these teams, bro, it's not far fetched. And UNC could beat Auburn and keep it a stack. They should have beat them niggas earlier.
And then even
But like Dre said, that first half killed them. They
Mhm.
walked them down in the second half, but the first half killed them against Auburn. You know what I'm saying? So
and then look, even if Auburn gets past Louisville, let's say Texas A&M is able to get to the Sweet 16. That's a tough matchup. A familiar opponent.
I'm gonna hold
Mhm.
you. I'm putting stock in Michigan, and it's
Yeah,
just me. It's just me watching the Big Ten a lot. Like Michigan got these two 7-footers that if they're not going to the draft this year, they're going to be people on people's radars soon because they're starting to be in that mode of doing everything type thing like Joker and everything where they can
yeah.
bring the ball up the court, they can pass, they can play in the post and stuff like that. Michigan is a sleeper team for me in this bracket because of the style play that they have and because of those two 7-footers. They
Yeah, you talking about Danny Wolf and
yeah, yep,
the Florida Atlantic transfer. I know you. Yeah.
yep, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, fellas, I got to hop off, but I had to get that off, man. But y'all know what to do, bro. Like, subscribe, follow us on all the platforms. See me in Noda. Come get these slushies.
Shout
Hey,
out to the iceberg,
Shout
man.
out to the
Stay
iceberg.
icy.
Shout out to the
shout out
I
to
feel
iceberg.
bad. I got specials for you. Come pull up on me, man.
good work, my boy.
Hey man.
Especially if you got
Nigga,
some
dog.
especially got some spice in you, if you know what I mean, bro.
Oh my
Hey, come on,
Stephen
ELT.
A.T. Stephen A.T. over here.
Hey man. Hey T,
But
T
yeah,
got his own
man.
T got his own March Madness specials at the iceberg.
You already know.
But yeah, bro. Y'all know what to do, man. Support the fellas, bro. Y'all do work, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one, bro.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. From the outside looking in, it was just funny seeing like going down Twitter, on Facebook, and everything, all the outcry about UNC making the tournament and everything, and people could make some good points. But then I was like, over West Virginia, yes. Over Indiana, yes. Like I just didn't see where the big issue with, especially you will see y'all was on a run literally into that Duke game in the ACC tournament, and y'all almost won. Y'all was literally like MF for missing a free throw, and it was it the right call? Yeah,
Lane
but yeah, but like we seen lane violations all the time and shit. Like it
Yeah.
was just one of those calls. Like I don't want the game to end. It was one of those like the game necessarily shouldn't have ended on something like that. Like let them
Yeah, some
let
bullshit like
Yeah.
that.
especially in the Duke UNC rivalry. Let the game end with them playing the game, not on like technicalities and stuff. But you know,
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep
And-
it a stack too,
yeah.
bro. I know everybody was mad at Jalen Willis for that, but that one play didn't lose UNC
yeah,
that
yeah.
game, bro.
Yeah.
They missed 8 free throws. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
Again,
They
that
only hit
first half, that
yeah, the
first
first
half,
half.
man.
They only hit 3 3-pointers, and that's came from one person. RJ was cold the whole night. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
everybody was mad at Withers. That one play didn't lose that game, bro. They lost that game as a team, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
And
but
and
it is what
I,
it is.
and I say this like as far as like the bubble situation, like yeah, I mean West people get snubbed every year. Like West Virginia, you're not going to be
yeah.
the first to get snubbed. You're not going to be the last. Like
Sure enough,
and
yeah,
West Virginia also like keep in mind you didn't do yourself any favors either. You lost in the first round to last place Colorado in the Big 12. They
Yeah,
lost in
first round of conference
the
tournament.
like right before the
big time.
quarterfinals. Yeah, they lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And keep it a stack, bro. Who you want to see? You want to see UNC or you want to see West Virginia? Come on now.
Yeah, it was
it's gonna
man,
be UNC.
basically, man. Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, keep it a stack, bro.
Hey, but UNC should be thanking their lucky stars they beat UCLA back in December. That was the only
Yeah, that
Yeah.
and then a lot of these other conference tournaments, they chalked out like there wasn't no real surprising teams. Like, cause
yeah.
if UAB would beat Memphis, y'all was gonna be out.
Oh
Yo,
no!
shout out Penny Hardaway, dog.
If
Penny, my nigga, bro.
Boise State would have won the Mountain West, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
UNC wouldn't be there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So y'all did have some
Oh nah.
fortunate breaks
It was
going for you.
some luck.
Well,
God bless for real.
so but look, man, I'm not mad at UNC being in this joint. Honestly, it makes the tournament better. It's gonna make it interesting because people were upset because people don't want to see y'all. Let's just call it what it is. Like people get upset when they fear, but niggas like me, I don't fear shit, bro. When we in the big dance, I ain't scared of nobody. We just gotta make sure we prepare. We just gotta prepare everybody, take care of business. Shout out to my boy Rice, another DeMatha grad. DeMatha all in this tournament, man. American University, man. Like we got players all these regions, man. We gonna. I hope they show out, man. But yeah, dog. I really feel like this tournament is gonna be one of those ones just off the strength. Like the very first game was dramatic as hell between Alabama State and St. Francis. So if that was just a teaser, what we gonna see going into tomorrow and this weekend, boys, we in for a hell of a ride, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
And shout
It's
out
gonna be
Alabama State, man.
Yeah,
HBCU
shout
pride, dog.
shout out to Alabama State, man.
Shout out
Hey,
Alabama State, bro.
they pulled the JD5 Hail Mary trick out the bag to get that dub last night, man. It was good. It was good. It was good
they
to see.
sure did. They sure
Look, everything to the fumble ball falling right into the player's hand. They did everything. Then they
they did, bro. Like that
so
that had some luck in it. That was some Hilda Leitner type stuff.
yeah. But man, I'm really looking forward to this tournament, man. So we're really getting to the thick of thing. I guess before since we got a little bit of time, so we just for the sake of for the East, it should be Duke coming out of this region. It's Duke or Alabama coming out of this region. We say Tennessee for the Midwest. Florida, that West is going to be a gauntlet, but
Yeah.
people are favoring Florida. When it comes to the South region, realistically, who should be that team? Because Auburn is good, but they're beatable.
Hmm
Like if they see Louisville, I'm not looking over that Auburn Louisville matchup if that's the matchup we get in the Sweet 16. I mean around the 32. So Texas A&M, I'm not sold on Texas A&M like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. They could surprise me, but I'm not sold on Texas A&M. Michigan State. My problem with Tom with Izzo is when you expect them to win, they flake out so early.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Michigan State was an AC, I'd say they probably make it to the Final Four. But since they're a 2 seed, I don't know, man. Is
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
who would y'all say? Cause we already talk about y'all path. There's a path for UNC to go far in this in that region, but who do y'all see in that region that outside of I guess Auburn? It's a really Auburn and
And it might be Michigan, like
Michigan.
you said, man. It
Yeah,
might be
Michigan,
Michigan.
yeah,
it may
Michigan,
be
Michigan,
Michigan.
It
Michigan,
might be
Michigan,
Michigan.
yeah, Michigan. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Michigan makes a run in this bracket.
Yeah, because like Michigan and Michigan State to me were like the and Maryland, y'all the three best teams in the Big Ten. From what I
Yeah,
saw on
yeah,
like the eye test, like y'all were the three teams that were like that were the best to me. Um,
hmm
but yeah, like so I think Michigan State they have enough to be able to get to the Final Four. Will they? I I don't know. I mean, like Tom Izzo is a legendary coach. He got one early on in Michigan State, but
hmm
I just don't like. Just history just tells you that even when they have like these stacked teams, I remember they've had stacked teams and they lost in like the Sweet 16 or Elite Eight. They've
yeah.
had
Okay. Like, cause the funny thing, it's like, and no, Bryant, another team with the Mather grab. Shout out to the Mather,
uh
by the way. If
y'all
I say that,
everywhere.
yeah, like, like we seen in the last few years, just because you're a 1 seed and a 2 seed, don't give y'all automatic dub no more.
No.
Like that's out the window now. So, like, Michigan State should be wary of Bryant. Auburn, I think Auburn's safe because it's just unfortunate HBCUs don't fare well in the March Madness tournament. They might be able to win like the play-in game or anything like that, but I think the last HBCU team that kind of went far was Norfolk State.
Norfolk State when they beat Missouri. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
hmm
and they're here, but they got to play Florida.
hmm
So like I expect Auburn to win their first game, and then we see it between Louisville and Creighton who they got to see. But like they live to it. If Louisville beats Creighton and that game is in Lexington, they on upset alert because don't ever discredit a crowd and how many people would show up knowing that we only got to go a couple hours down the road to see our team play.
hmm Yeah.
So that's gonna be real interesting.
Yes, indeed.
But shoot, man, is there anything else we need to talk about NCAA wise with this bracket, man? I mean, like I said, I think it's gonna be a good tournament, man. Like I feel a
Not
couple out. I got some money on some of these shits, man. I need the parlays to hit and everything. Like,
shit.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
need
need to put I
parlays
need
to
to put
hit.
some parlays on this. I need to put some money on my FanDuel and get some parlays going. Um,
Um, not bracket wise, but here in Charlotte, obviously this weekend they got the Black College Invitational tournament. The new,
okay,
I guess you can call it the new CIAA that they're attempting to do. This is the first time that they're doing it. It's not just going to be CIAA teams, but you're also going to be getting teams from the SWAC. You're going to be getting teams from the
okay,
MEAC as well. So we're going to
okay.
get a little mixture of all black colleges. So if you're in the Charlotte area or you're planning a trip to come down here, I definitely say come out and support because we definitely want to see stuff like that continue. It's highlighting
Yes, for
our black
sure,
schools.
for
So
sure,
definitely
for
show up for
sure.
that.
Good plug in, good plug in, Corey. Good shit. We probably don't have enough time to talk about it, but me, BT, and Dave, we're gonna be big advocates. Watch that women's tournament this year because it's gonna be some
Facts.
smoke this year again. We didn't have enough time to break it down, but all I can I'll tell you is we're gonna see some usual suspects this year again. But let me tell you, it's gonna be some real good games once we start getting to the Sweet 16 round. That's all I'm gonna say. Once we start getting to the Sweet 16, it's gonna be some heavy hitters, man.
I say
I definitely agree.
there's legit like seven teams that
Yeah,
could possibly win it all, and
yeah.
I know that South Carolina's upset that they're not the overall number one seed. They have a right to be upset. I feel like they probably should have been number one overall.
I'm good with
USC,
UCLA. I'm good with UCLA being number one overall.
I,
Actually,
I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm good with it too.
it made sense. I think it made sense how the order went. I know USC. I mean it's what they were complaining about. to the media saying that USC is scared of UConn, please miss me with that. USC, why the hell would USC be scared of UConn? Like they beat us in December in a close game. Like I remember Juju had like an elbow jumper and one that kind of
Yeah.
sealed the deal. Like they obviously have one of the best players in the country. They saw us last year in the Elite Eight.
Yep.
Although like I'm flattered that USC might be scared. It's not they're not scared because we're gonna have to see each other anyway. Once we get to that point, like no matter where we were put in the bracket, like we were gonna have to see like our teams like whether you're USC, UConn, Texas, LSU, like
You're
Notre
not ducking
Dame,
nobody. You're not
UCLA,
ducking.
like
You're not ducking nobody.
yeah, like you're gonna like South Carolina, you're gonna have to see them at some point. Like you're gonna have to see them like later on in life. So like there's no like why would you be scared, man? But all I'm gonna say is that UConn, this is the year for us to win the chip. Like it's been 9 years when Denzel Washington and Malcolm X was talking about that brother starving. He was talking about me. I'm starving. I need attention.
But the men been
I
winning,
need
so you
attention.
should be good.
Hey, yo, you a funny motherfucker, man.
No,
Man,
I will say
man, look at what happened on our watch, BT. Look at what's happened on our watch.
Yeah,
Notre Dame done got a chip. South Carolina done built a damn dynasty.
dynasty.
Yeah.
Baylor done got one. LSU
yeah,
done got one.
yeah.
Come on, bro. We need to restore some order. We
Nah,
need to take back.
I,
We need to
it's
take
been a
back
minute,
what's
bro.
ours.
I
It's
will.
been
I
a
will
minute,
say.
Going
bro.
I
outside
will.
like that.
I will say this. I will say this about UConn, and people need to understand this because they obviously had potential to be a number one seed. And honestly, I will put them over Texas at this point of the season as a number one overall seed because the UConn team that USC saw in December is not the same team that they are now.
Mhm.
Sarah Strong is more established. AC Flood is finally healthy. And that's been the
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing about UConn. We want to see a healthy AC Flood playing with a healthy Paige Beckers. And I think they finally going to have that going into this tournament. So that's going to be really, really key, especially when they get into these later rounds and they play all these good teams like USC and Kentucky and all these other teams. But for the sake of it, I do want to say, even though we got to face USC, shout out to the UNCG women, man. Shout out
Facts.
to our girls,
Hey,
man.
Yeah,
hey,
facts, man.
Shout out to our girls, man.
hey! I was
I
saying, keep it close. Keep it
I
close.
I, I think they did us wrong putting us against USC, but fuck it, it's whatever,
Man,
man. Fuck it,
Hey,
it's whatever,
man,
man.
listen.
hey! If I
They could
say,
have get.
say, yeah, take that early lead. Take a picture.
I'm gonna put that shit on my
That's
wall.
real. Y'all,
Hey,
listen,
hey,
y'all
hey,
know
hey,
me.
Corey, hey, see the damn was the same way you say see the stop the count.
Hey, we had this
Hey,
lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, our
yeah.
girls did our
Hey,
thing.
hey, it's up there, but as soon as I see we up 2-0, I'm gonna pull a Rudy Gobert. Hey, yeah, we gotta evacuate the arena. We got we got
COVID,
pathogen. We
COVID
Hey,
got
protocol.
hey,
we got pathogen in the arena, and they go like, hey man, we 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 can't go back to the game. We gotta move forward because of
hey!
these
We
other
gotta
teams.
move on. We gotta move forward.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'm cool with it. I'm
Time
cool with it,
sensitive.
son.
It's time sensitive, man. We gotta move on.
I'm
We're
cool
not.
with it, son. I was like, y'all not trying to have Bama's play 2 games in one day, are y'all? Y'all not that insensitive, are y'all? Hey, man, it's a tough cookie, man. Y'all should score that first basket. That's all I'm saying. Nah, I'm definitely pushing. I'm definitely pushing Mount Buffalo Wild Wing buttons for that game, bro. I got to see who the refs are. I'm trying to pay some people. My taxes hit, so
Oh,
I'm gonna pay some refs off.
Yeah,
I
where
know
Tim
that.
Donaghy at when you
and
need him?
the
Hey,
games
man.
the games in
Hey,
LA
no,
too, so you got to pay some county tax.
I'm bringing the biggest goon in the game, Corey. I gotta get Scott Foster in this joint,
Oh,
bro.
Enter the
Oh,
Sandman. Enter
hey, man, go get Tim Donaghy out of retirement, man.
hey,
I'm
only
pulling
thing
all
you
this
got to
stuff.
do is get Tim like a stack. You good? He gonna make it shake. Tim gonna make it
I,
shake.
I said, man, flip this joint for me. I'm pull a call in to Jonte Porter, see what we got to do, man.
Terry Rozier on the line.
Parlay Rose. Gotta talk to my man Parlay Rose, man. You already know what time
Hey,
it
man.
Hey, they
Yeah.
call that man a terrorist.
is.
Oh shit.
Terrorist is crazy.
Oh shit.
But yeah, man. now of like not only about the women's tournament, but all of the women's hooping that's been going on between the upcoming draft. So coming to me, y'all, they be like, "Hey, when y'all gonna get?" Because content was the women. I promise y'all, we gonna get to it. But 25, it's so much content that we just gotta cover. So we try to keep these episodes to at least an hour and some change. But I promise y'all, we're gonna get that content to y'all. We're gonna drop it. It's gonna be some pack. It's gonna be some fire pad. It's gonna be like Ghost and Tyreek finally working together as a father-son duo that never happened. But hey, man, it is what it is. But we got y'all. We got y'all. We got y'all.
Sir.
But man, as always, we appreciate y'all tuning in, viewing our episodes, man. As Dave alluded to, we're gonna be dropping more content. We got a few. We're gonna try. We're gonna bring the rank corners back. Honestly, we've been getting our shit off in these episodes, but I know there's a few stuff where to the side we just gotta talk about. We got baseball season coming up. Well, it's in swing now. NHL, they're about to be in the postseason. NBA postseason is around the corner.
Hey,
So,
Capitals tied for the best record in the NHL, bro.
hey
Capitals
man,
tied for the best
hey,
record in the NHL.
I promise you, as soon as Obi breaks that record, give me the spotlight. Give me the motherfucking spotlight, because this shit means something to me,
How
man.
about you? You might need your own video. You might need your own rank.
Matter of fact, that's gonna be something that I'm gonna queue up because look, cause I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna save it. Because no teaser today. I'm gonna just save it. Y'all just have to be on the lookout for that joint. But look, man, as T say, man, subscribe to the pod, man. We on all these different platforms, man. Like, comment, hey, man. If y'all want to smoke, come up here, man. We ain't ducking for nobody, dog. If you don't like what we say, hey, let us know. Bring your ass up here. We don't care. Hell, we go on your platform. We can talk on Twitter. We can talk on Facebook, Instagram. Hey, man, we got accounts all over this bitch. So, hey,
Pussy ass nigga.
I'll probably not beef with nobody with this, but this how we talk. But we got smoke for everybody, bro.
Hey, man.
We low key, we just a bunch of DK Metcalf and George Pickens on this bitch, bro. We crash out on everybody anytime.
Hey, man. I'm about to say, if you just new to this, man, we basically just the Black Pack McAfee show. That's
Hey, real talk.
Real shit.
Real talk.
real for real.
Go ahead and go out there and fill y'all brackets out, man. Put them parlays in. Vegas, I know it's turned up. They're so happy that March Madness is back in full swing. Hey, man, the number one rule with filling out this bracket: if you think it's legit, you might want to go the opposite way. and never. And the team, if you feel like a conference is going to dominate the tournament, you're probably going to be wrong.
No.
That's all. That's a few advices I can give you. But hey, we did all that breakdown. We could do all this shit, and then next thing you know, we probably got High Point in the goddamn Final Four. So look, man, it's a toss up at this point. But look,
Man.
we always go. We doing this for fun. We doing this for y'all.
I
And
don't
look,
know,
man.
The bracket might be cooked by happy hour on Thursday, bro.
Hey,
So.
you know what I'm saying, bro? by the time I get back on my bus to get back home, I'm like, damn, so I already got 3 L's on this joint, bro. Like clockwork. But hey, man, as always, we appreciate y'all. I got my boy D, Dr. Esquire Day. I got 910's finest, my boy BT.
Yes,
And then I got, of
sir.
course, one of UNCG's finest, my boy C Note, man, putting up for the fall. This is straight from PG. Straight PG County shit, man. Let's go, Maryland Terps, men and women. Let's show out this season, man. Hey, this is Sass and 4. We out.